earlier today for the first ever Kenya Anti-Financial Crime Summit. The summit, which attracted local and international experts, aims to strengthen Kenya's financial system in the fight against money laundering and terrorism financing. Jasmine Omboi has more.
The Financial Action Task Force grey listing, which came into effect in February 2024, has put the country under international scrutiny for failing to meet global standards in the fight against money laundering and terrorism financing. In light of this, players in the private sector, led by Flywheel Advisory and the Financial Reporting Center, held the inaugural Kenya Anti-Financial Crime Summit. The convention brings together regulators and industry experts to discuss the growing threats posed by financial crime.
We do know that in Africa, the UNODC did report that Africa loses $50 billion a year to illicit financial flows. So those are the numbers that we're working with. They're quite significant for developing economies like ours, and we really have to do something urgently.
And while the country's FATF grey listing is likely to have a direct impact on the government's ability to raise foreign debt, players in the private sector now say that this will have a ripple effect on the for-profit sector here in the country.
The implications are such that you put a risk premium on the country. So FDI inflows to Kenya will be less because people see you as not adhering to good financial management principles.
So long as Kenya remains on the grey list, we remain a high-risk country, we remain a very costly location to do business, we remain a location that is very vulnerable to criminal elements, being terrorists, being proliferators of weapons of mass destruction, and the bigger one for us today is money laundering.
The government maintains that it is committed to the eradication of financial crime within the country's borders.
The government manages or controls these malpractices through institutions which are peopled by individuals. And unless our frame of reference becomes Kenya, our frame of reference becomes our neighbor, our frame of reference becomes the over 1 million youth we are releasing into the job market every year, these problems will always be there.
Jasmine Omboi, Citizen.